my confident and honest Aries friend. Hello and welcome. My name is Mina, and I'm here to offer you a 3-card reading exploring the themes of you, your path, and your potential. I invite you to consider what the reading reveals about possible challenges, opportunities, and personal growth for the week ahead. Take a deep breath, rest your mind, and let's see what the cards have to share with you today. This week, Aries, there's a restlessness under your skin. You might feel at once eager and somehow held back, as if your energy is brimming but not yet flowing fully into the world. There's a sense of being poised on the edge of something, a new idea or a fresh desire pressing forward within you. Yet beneath the drive, a quiet tension bubbles. It's the tug between wanting to act now and wondering if your actions will truly land where you hope. You may notice small moments where you hesitate, as if you're waiting for some inner confirmation before you give yourself permission to move. This isn't doubt so much as a pause for breath. Even with your signature bravado, there's a whisper of vulnerability. Will your efforts shape the world around you, or will the world resist your hand? The week opens with this blend of anticipation and restraint, a subtle dance between your boldest wishes and your most private cautions. You're not just itching to make things happen, you're quietly measuring what's possible and what's worth your rare, fiery focus. In the heart of this tension stands the magician. Its presence isn't about tricks or illusions, but about the electric hum that comes when you realize your own agency. Right now, your inner world is sharpened by the awareness of what you can do, what you've already proven to yourself in the past, and what you suspect you're capable of next. There's a charge to your thoughts, an alertness in your senses, as if every detail around you could be the missing piece to a puzzle only you can solve. You might catch yourself unconsciously scanning your environment for opportunities or rehearsing conversations in your mind, preparing for just the right moment to act. There's a pride in your abilities, but also a responsibility that weighs quietly. You know the feeling, the urge to seize a moment before it slips away, mixed with the need to direct your will in a way that actually matters. It's a potent blend, confidence tinged with the awareness that every choice leaves a mark. Emotionally, you're carrying a charge that's both inspiring and a little exhausting. You want to be seen as capable, as someone who can turn vision into reality, but you're also wary of overreaching or wasting your efforts. It's as though you're standing before a blank canvas, brush in hand, knowing you could paint anything, yet sensing that your first stroke will set the tone for everything that follows. You may be holding back not from fear, but from the gravity of knowing that your actions have weight. That inner tension is real and alive, pulsing with possibility. It's not mere restlessness, it's the complex readiness of someone who senses that the next move really counts. From this charged inner state, a path begins to take shape. The pressure to act, to channel your energies, starts to grow louder as the week unfolds. The anticipation inside you doesn't simply fade, it finds its way into your routines, your work, your interactions. That's where the 8 of Pentacles enters, quietly shaping the landscape ahead. Here, the focus shifts from what you might do to what you actually set your hands to. The days stretch out before you, filled with small tasks, repeated efforts, and the hum of steady progress. There's a momentum building, not in grand gestures, but in the repetition of daily actions, refining, adjusting, improving. The friction you feel isn't just internal anymore. It shows up in the way your ambitions press against the limits of your current skills or resources. Perhaps you notice yourself getting a bit impatient with the pace of progress, or frustrated by details that refuse to fall into place. There's a tangible sense of working at the edge of your comfort, striving to bring a vision into reality while bumping up against the realities of time, energy, and limitation. You may feel pulled between the desire to move quickly and the need to get it right. Those around you might not see the effort behind your actions, but you do. You're aware of every micro-decision, every recalibration. The satisfaction of tangible progress is present, but so is the exhaustion that can come from giving so much of yourself to the process. Still, there's an undercurrent here, a sense that every bit of effort is shaping something more enduring than the tasks themselves. The repetition isn't meaningless, it's the slow, steady forging of competence and confidence. Each day you test the boundaries of what you know, stretching just far enough to feel the discomfort of growth. The path is shaped by your willingness to engage, to return again and again to the work at hand, even when it feels tedious or imperfect. The steady momentum of the Eight of Pentacles is not glamorous, but it is quietly powerful. It asks you to show up, to be present, and to let the process itself change you, even as you change the world around you. As the path unfolds, it becomes clear that the shape it takes depends on how consciously you bring yourself to it. The friction and momentum you feel are not just forces to be endured, they are invitations to engage more fully with what matters most to you. The potential within the week doesn't lie in the routine alone or in a sudden flash of inspiration, but in the delicate balance between persistence and presence. When you meet the moment with awareness, you begin to sense the difference between simply moving through the days and truly inhabiting them. The choices you make, small and large, gather meaning when you notice how each one shapes not just your outer world, but your inner sense of self. The promise of growth is real, but it hinges on your willingness to show up, again and again, with eyes open and heart engaged. Here the Page of Pentacles steps in not as a promise of reward, but as an open-handed invitation. Growth this week isn't about grand outcomes or sudden leaps. It lives in the willingness to approach each task, each conversation, each small effort, as a chance to learn something new. There's a gentle curiosity in the Page energy, a reminder that you don't have to have all the answers before you begin. The potential before you now is subtle but profound, the chance to see each day as fertile ground for practice and discovery. You might notice yourself becoming more patient with your own mistakes, or more attentive to the details that once seemed unimportant. There's a quiet excitement in realizing that even the most routine actions can open up new possibilities when you approach them with fresh eyes. This isn't about chasing perfection or proving your worth. It's about honoring the process, letting yourself be a beginner again in some small way, and finding satisfaction in the slow unfolding of your own growth. As you bring conscious engagement to your efforts, you may find that your sense of possibility expands. The world doesn't change overnight, but your relationship to it shifts. You begin to notice what's working where you're learning and how your steady presence is slowly transforming both your inner and outer landscapes. When you step back and take in the week as a whole, you can see how these threads weave together. The Magician's restless agency stirs you into action, the belief that you can shape your world. The Eight of Pentacles grounds that impulse, reminding you that real change is forged in the day-to-day, in the steady rhythm of effort and refinement. The Page of Pentacles quietly expands your sense of what's possible, not by promising quick results, but by inviting you to meet each moment with curiosity and care. Together, these energies create a tapestry of presence, persistence, and gentle growth. You are not defined by a single action or outcome this week, Aries. Instead, you are shaped by the way you bring your whole self, your ambition, your effort, your willingness to learn, to the spaces you inhabit. The emotional tension that began the week softens as you give yourself permission to be both bold and patient, both skilled and open to discovery. There is reassurance in knowing that your journey is not measured only by visible achievements, but by the quiet satisfaction that comes from showing up again and again as yourself. In this gentle unfolding, you find a deeper sense of confidence, not as a shield, but as a quiet truth you carry within you, steady and real. Actionable insights for Aries this week. Let yourself pause before reacting, just to notice what's really stirring inside. Try focusing on one small task at a time, letting satisfaction grow from attention rather than completion. See what happens when you approach a familiar routine with curiosity, as if for the first time. Spoken word affirmations to repeat aloud for a more positive mindset. I am present with my own effort. My steady focus brings subtle changes. Every small step shapes my path. I trust the value in what I offer. And now, dear friend, I thank you for giving me your time. I truly hope I have given you something helpful in return. Goodbye and good luck until next time.